Greetings, this is Polly of the Spooky Polly. Let's get right to it. We're now at war with Iran. There's some questions that we should be asking now that the short war seems to be a bit longer. First thing we should ask is, why aren't we at war? Has Iran invaded us? No. Were they about to invade us? No. Have they invaded any of their neighbors? No. So she asked a question, why am we now degrading their military while bombing all their sites, the missiles, the planes, the tanks, supply centers? They're not at war with anyone. If they didn't start a war with anyone, why did we start a war with them? Who we gonna fight? I mean, unless you tend to put boots on the ground, then why have we degraded their military as they weren't fighting anyone and weren't about to? Here's another question I have to ask. If we're degrading their military structure, do we indeed plan to invade? Do you know that Iran is a country of almost 100 million people? How you could be able to control that? And our dubious allies, Israel, I can't be about more much than this, in a type of going into a Muslim country that have them as your allies. You know, Israel, like many, I believe is one that got us into this war. They've always wanted to get rid of our men. They want to get rid of any potential Muslim threat in the Middle East. Get them confused, not thinking about them. I understand that, but I don't understand how we're involved in it. You know, Israel crushed the Palestinians in Gaza. Did they think that they could do this here? There's 90 million people here, almost 100 million people here. They wanted us to do what they did in Gaza. I don't know about you, but that's what the plan is. I'm going out in the streets, so I hope I see you there with me, protesting this war. One of the strong reasons why so many of us voted for Donald Trump is that he wasn't the war president. We weren't involved in the Middle East like all our other presidents did. Yet here we are. So how did that work? In this light, he does that vote plate already. He's got a political battle in his hands right now. That's perhaps one of the most important pieces of legislation that we'll have this entire term. And then it's to safeguard our elections. The idea is that when you vote, you got to have proof of citizenship. You just can't walk in there like the Democrats want and just be able to vote. This is to safeguard our elections and safeguard our democracy, our nation. That's important, and it may or may not pass. It seems to be you need to put a lot more attention on this. Also, from a military standpoint, the threat doesn't come from Iran or any Middle Eastern country. Because only one place, China. China has said by next year they want to go into Taiwan. Now, after a couple of videos on that, and I think the Chinese are going to find out that that's a tough one. But that's what we have to be concerned about. Taiwan produces almost all the chips in the world that runs our country and the rest of the world. If that chip manufacturing is disrupted, and a war would disrupt it, either they'll blow it up so the Chinese can get it, or somehow the Chinese will be able to grab it, which I doubt. In any event, it would be a major disruption in chip manufacturing, in chip production, and you could forget buying a computer after that. Matter of fact, the military already has a plan in which they have categories of who gets those chips, and it won't be you. But I always like to give a solution, a political solution, a practical solution to problems. Anyone can bitch about it, but give a solution to it. My solution is this: declare victory and get out. Leave. Some strong man will ultimately take control of our man, and they know what we can do. Be content with that. Israel may not like it, but I'm not asking what they like. So I think just declare victory and get out. It's not a perfect solution. Shouldn't have bombed in the first place. Hopefully, what comes out of there will be something more favorable to us. But that's it. Believe it not, so what? They know what we can do, so they better behave. Not that they were attacking us in the first place, mind you. As for Israel, this is why anti-Semitism exists in America. Well, it did before Israel. But boy, this just gets a lot of people's nerves. here we are again, almost at Israel's behest, to evolve in the Middle East, and with a tough nut like Iran. If you go up with boots to the ground there, I can't think of anything so stupid. That just shows you the power that the Zionist lobby has in America. And they talk about the Jewish lobby there, and you say, oh no, that's anti-Semitism. Well, what the heck is this? It's anti-Muslim. I say, well, Polly, you're not very favorable to Muslims either. No, over here. The over there, that's their religion. That's their country. It's their culture. We should not be involved in it. We shouldn't have any say in it. I don't want them having say in us. I don't want to have any say in them. Okay. Dawn, leave. Declare the victory and leave. You should have gone in here in the first place. This thing with wars, I mean, stop. Okay. If you found anything interesting in this, please like and subscribe. Okay. If I see you again, it's Polly saying goodbye.